Hello, I'm Hendrik Meurkens. I'm a chromatic jazz harmonica player. I've been playing the instrument for many decades now. First and foremost, I'm a jazz musician, but the chromatic harmonica is my instrument. But my loyalty is first to jazz. Everything that I achieved on the instrument has to be in context with jazz. My parents had a very basic record collection, and that there were maybe 2 or 3 jazz albums, mostly samplers and also a Brazilian sampler. And I heard that and I liked it right away. And I remember that after that I would go to the record store downtown in Hamburg and remember the names that I heard on the sampler and look for the albums, and one thing leads to another. But it's all done by finding other albums, one album leads to another album. Well, eventually I met other musicians in Hamburg that had same interests, and that was all still on a very simple level. And eventually, after I went to Berkeley, I made the decision to move to Brazil just because I wanted to go to the source, and that's what I did. But none of this, I don't think I had any lesson or anything, I don't remember at least, about Brazilian music. I just listened and tried to play it, basically. Well, on this album I do a couple of things where I actually play vibes and harmonica. I overdub actually, which I almost never do. There are some tunes where I have both on it to make it sound fuller, and it actually worked. I mean, I never did these things because I thought it was a sacrilege, and in jazz you can't do that. That's prohibited. But man, what do you gotta do, I play 2 instruments and they sound good together, so I overdub some stuff. So that's new. Another thing is, for vibraphone lovers, I play a lot of vibes here, and this is my best set of vibes. I bought a vibes in Boston in the late 70s, already a used instrument, so that makes it mid to early 70s, and in that time period, Masser, for some reason, made the best bars, and that Germany vibes, that's in storage in Germany, that just has the best sound ever. So and I also discovered new mallets. I'm playing Bill Jackson-inspired mallets now. They are big and fat and very soft, and this is as much a vibes record as a harmonica record, actually. Yeah, that is the question that I ask myself all the time. Definitely, I'm a harmonica player, no question about that. That is my first instrument and I'm best on that. But the vibes is there. That was my first instrument, so I play it longer and I don't actually need to play it much, I just play it. I can go for a long time without practicing it, and by the second set of the first gig, it's kinda acceptable. And what can you do? It's a very attractive instrument. I don't really push it because it's also confusing. People kind of want to know what you are. If you say you're a brain surgeon and a professional tennis pro, that doesn't help you in either of the 2 gigs. They want to have a clear answer. If the pilot in your airplane says he also is a badminton, pro, then you rather get another pilot. So that's why I'm hesitant to push these things. But the harmonica is there, and if I play it, and if the setting asks for it, it's a great addition. But I could also do the same album with somebody else playing the vibes. It's just that it fits in the music. I am a multi-instrumentalist because I play the instruments. So legally, that's what I am. But harmonica is definitely my first instrument as far as where I'm comfortable and all that. But I'm a good vibes player, and I have a sound of my own.
And people like your vibes playing very much.
People like my vibes playing, and you are right. And I think one reason is, or 2 reasons is, I probably have the same melodic aesthetics that I have on harmonica. I'm not really a super chops dude on any of these instruments because I don't hear it that way. You know, when Charlie Parker played the solos, although they were fast, they were still very clear and melodic, super melodic, maybe on double speed, but still super melodic, and that's how I hear it. And I have nothing to say in a high chops mode. That's not what I hear. Everything, my vibe solo, my harmonica solos, and my compositions are melody centered. And people might respond to that, probably. I don't know why, but they like the vibes, yes.